So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get your seat to the right height. So what you need to do is get on the bike. Ideally want your leg to be almost straight or for you to be on tippy toes. And that's the best way for your knees and for you to go further and faster. The next thing we're going to go through is your gears. So the way I remember it's like a manual car. When you're going up a steep hill, you want to be in first gear. And the reason for that is if you try to go up a steep hill in any of the higher gears, it puts too much pressure on the chain. And the absolute worst thing you can do with an e-bike is change gears on a steep hill, because then it will definitely break the chain. So to get the dial to go to the 1, you're going to use your thumb. And the way I remember that is thumbs up, as in up a hill. But when you're in first, second, or third gear, you're going really slowly and you're pedaling like a hamster in a wheel and you're really not getting anywhere. So to go further and faster on the flat and downhill, you want to be in 9th gear. And to get the dial to go to the 9, you're going to use your finger. But you mustn't look down at those gears. You want to be looking at the road ahead. So you do it by feel. If it feels too difficult, use your thumb. If it feels too easy, use your finger. And that way you're going up and down the gears with the main aim, which is to keep the pressure off the chain. So this is your normal bike part, and then this is the assist. So the next part we're going to do is the fun part, the pedal assist. So to turn on your pedal assist, you press that top right button. Once you've turned that on, you'll see 5 lights on the right-hand side. That's your battery level. So just to give you an example, when you ride to Dalmeny, you might go through 1, maybe 2 lights. So what I'm trying to say is you've got more than enough battery to get to Dalmeny and back. The other light on the other side, on some bikes, you've got 1 light down the bottom. So 1 light is like a normal bike. And the more lights you have, the more superhuman becomes. So 5 lights is your maximum. But what I do is start on 3 lights. Because until you're used to it, the bike slightly takes off with you. But as soon as you get going, put it to 5 lights, because that's what you've paid for. Some of the other bikes, when you first turn it on, it has a light in the middle. That's a battery saving setting. So all you do is just press either up or down, and it will take you to 3 lights. And you start on that, and then you go up to the 5 lights afterwards. On the blue step-through bikes, your on-off button is down on the stem of the bike. So you press that on. You wait for the stop to go, and then you'll see the battery level at the top. Again, you've got plenty of battery, and it will say off. So what you do is you press the button on the side, and you'll go to Eco, which is a battery setting. You don't need that because you've got plenty. Then you go to Norm, and that's just like the 3 lights on the other bike. That's what you should start on. But then as soon as you get going, put it to high, because that's what you've paid for. So with your brakes, make sure you use both at the same time. It's a really important safety feature, because if you press one too hard, it'll go over the handlebars, and the other one your skid. So make sure you press them both at the same time, nice and evenly. You don't have to do it too hard, because we've got really good disc brakes. So just a few very important safety features when you're going along the bike path. When you're on the bridge, you have to get off and walk. It's a $280 fine per person, so please walk across the bridge. Then, when you're on the boardwalk, as a cyclist in New South Wales, you're liable if you hit a pedestrian or an animal. So please make sure you ring your bell right up till you get to the person, especially if they're elderly, because they may not hear you. Slow right down and give them a nice wide berth. And as you go along the bike path, don't forget on the blind corners to stick to the left-hand side. If when you're out in the bike path something happens to the bike, please do not hesitate to call us. Don't try and fix anything. The numbers are generally on the back of the bike. On the map we give you, just look up Southbound Escapes on Google and give us a call, and we'll come and rescue you. Of course, if it's an emergency, call 000.